In this lecture, we are going to cover all the previous steps you have seen in the previous video. We'll start from the authentication and end this with the documentation, and we'll trigger our script to fetch the information from the APIs. The authentication starts with Azure AD, and now the name has changed. You'll call it Microsoft Intra ID, though the functionality remains same. A service principal in Azure Active Directory or in Intra ID can be used to generate OAuth tokens. And how it is going to generate the OAuth tokens? When you are going to register your application in Azure AD, it get assigned a unique client ID and client secrets. Once authenticated, you make a request to Azure AD token endpoint with client ID and client secret. This token can be used to authenticate subsequent requests to Azure APIs on behalf of your service principal. However, I'm going to show you some screenshot, not the live video, just because it is going to have some critical secret information for my account. Once you click on Microsoft Intra ID, this is the page which is going to open for you, and you will be interested into this tab, which is going to be the app registrations. This is my existing app. You can see this is going to be the client ID, which I hide it. It was created on this date, and the secrets are expired. I have two options. Either I can renew the secrets, or I can go for a new registration. So let's start with a new registration. When you click on the new registration, you need to enter name, which should make sense to you. So I'm putting API app and then click on register. Now the new app, which is API app, has been registered. It has generated client ID, object ID, and tenant ID, all that information you can see here. We will be only interested into the client ID and the secret. So client ID, you can take it from here, and for secret, you need to click on certificate and secret. Once you click on certificate and secret, this is the screen which is going to get generated for you. So you're going to click on new client secret, and here you need to put the description. Maybe if it's me, I'm going to put API or something, and then you need to choose when these secrets are going to get expired, and then click on add. That's the only exercise you need to do to create your service principal. Now you have to go to your resource group from where you want to fetch the information for a particular resource, and go to your identity management access and click on a add role assignment. Inside the add role assignment, go to the members and select member. When you click on select member, this is going to be the screen which will pop up. You need to choose the app which you want to basically grant permissions. I'm just putting API, so it is populating API app. You need to hit select. I have given permission to my app, which is going to be Windows 365 network user. However, this is not restricted. You can give any permission to your app based on what kind of the functionality you wanted to perform. This can be inherited, or you can go to each and every resource and start assigning those roles and permission, or you can do it for globally. Now the exercise which we are going to do, I am going to run a Python script which will retrieve the VNet information, the virtual network information for a particular resource. And in this case, our resource was generic, and that I have a couple of VNets created. So let's take a look what is needed. So this is the config file, and this is the JSON format. And then I have a one Python file, which is api.py. So the content for config is going to be like that. You need to put your tenant ID, client secret, and I kept it for a reason. However, you can inbuild this functionality into the main Python script as well. Just to keep not to disclose those secrets, I kept it separate. So let me close this and let's take a look on our Python script. So in our Python script, you can see this is import request because we are going to use a request library, and then you are also going to import JSON because the response is going to be JSON format. Now you can see there is one definition which is for get access token, and from where it is coming, load Azure AD OAuth parameter from the config file. And this is a file what we created where you have parameter like client ID, client secret, and then what it is going to do, it is going to get your OAuth token while connecting with this endpoint. So this is going to be your token data, and it is going to send post request to obtain access token. So this is going to look like this. It is request.post token endpoint, and data is equal to the token data, and this is the data which goes along with this, and it hits the token endpoint. If response code is 200, then it is going to return your response basically. If it failed, then it is going to print this error. Now from the response which we got in JSON format, it is going to extract your token, and that token will be used when you are going to hit your API endpoint, which is meant for virtual network. So take a look on this. This is going to be, and it is going to use API version 2023-0901. And then it is going to print your VNETs in that, basically the resource group. And the resource group you need to enter, and that is going to be your input. User will be prompted to enter the Azure resource group. So let's try to hit the script and see what comes. My resource group is generic, and when I'm running it, it is returning me 2 VNets. And that is it for today's exercise. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.